And there I was, fingers deep, in a club bathroom.
Hey everyone.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Princess D&Diaries. I'm Sydney.
I'm Max.
Um, Immediately, well, actually, I was gonna go into another topic, but cut this.
We're just like
We're starting out. We're
so,
killing it.
We're starting out like strong.
Yeah, strong like a fucking cocktail with no chaser. Let me tell you. I just got done seeing a show that I didn't realize was being recorded and produced by Dropout.
Crazy.
Yes, I got there, and this adorable girl was like going to everybody in the line. So I went to go see Sorry for Your Loss by Michael Cruz Kane, directed by Josh Sharp of Dix the Musical fame. I got to see the show, and it was a comedy show about grief that I knew going in. But she was like going down the line to everybody and was like, hey, like, do you know Michael's work? Because he's a comedian. We're doing like a little like documentary thing. We wanted to like record some people. Are you interested? She got to me and was like, hey, like, you probably heard me talking about this, you know, are you familiar with Michael's work? I was like, no, not really, but I know Josh Sharp, the director, not like personally, but like I know stuff that he's done. Also he got on Caleb Heron's podcast recently and said that they stage managers keep theater running and together, and 5 different people sent me that, and I was like, I use she, her pronouns. I don't know what you guys know that I don't know. But I guess.
Thank you.
Thank you for thinking I'm she, they. Like, that's kind of a compliment. I've been known to wear an open Hawaiian shirt and dye my hair non-natural colors, so maybe that's the vibe I'm giving. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, so I said, I was like, well, I'm like more familiar with Josh's work, and she's like, oh, okay, well, you know, we're recording this for Dropout. And I was like, oh my god, I love Dropout. So she's like, well, just like stay after the show. Like, we got a couple people, so I don't know if we'll use you. And I was like, that's fine. So I saw the show, absolutely beautiful. I know not Dungeons and Dragons related, but like Dropout, if you are a D&D fan, like, you know Dimension 20 probably, which is on Dropout. But yeah, it was such a beautiful, beautiful, funny show. I was laughing my fucking ass off. I got to sit front row too, which was pretty cool. Yeah. So I don't know if I'll end up being in it. They just asked me some questions about like what I thought about the show. As I was waiting in line to be interviewed, I did start having a panic attack. I just feel like I should do nothing ever.
I realized I wasn't responding at all. I was just doing a lot of nodding. So
oh, added a nodding sound effects.
Uninterested. Yeah, no, I'm nodding along this whole time, everyone. Yeah. Sorry, carry on.
No, you're so fine. I feel like I should just like do nothing ever because I'm constantly embarrassing myself, this podcast included. So I don't even know if I'll end up being in there, but yeah, that was pretty cool. I'll be watching the special again because it was really good, and like I think if you've lost somebody in your life, it's a really, really great show, and it's, as I said, it was like funny as fuck. Also, like, the guy Michael was so fucking charming. He was like telling all these stories about his family and his wife. How sweet.
You'll have to send me some of his work or something, like on TikTok or something.
I will. I shall. I'll look for it. Thanks. Yeah, he actually used to be, I was like trying to research, he used to be a writer for Dropout like in like 2015, so I guess I think that was a little college humor, but it says Dropouts. But I will be watching the special. I hate looking at myself though, so I will say to you, Max, like, catch the tail end of it or maybe the beginning of it to see where the interviews are, to see if I've made it. Get my first Dropout credit. Oh, because it said like, it said on the release form, what name do you want to be credited as? I was like, oh my god, do I get to have a Dropout credit now?
Wow, that's actually really sick. I was gonna say, if it, you know, you end up being in it, we can both say that we've been in a Dropout video. Oh yeah,
because you were in Vic's thing.
Yeah, I went to see Vic Michaelis' show live. Mm-hmm. It was the one person show that they did. Yeah, I'm like in the audience and I'm front row, and you can see my white Doc Martens and legs in the back of my head.
at the
I'm kind of famous.
Your legs at the back of your head? Like,
No,
did you have your legs
and the back of my, yeah. So I did have my legs just up and over.
That's what I thought.
Front row, legs up and over. That's typical Thursday.
And you know what? That's how I spend my Thursdays.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh my god, two Dropout stars, and then maybe one day we'll actually get on the show that we want to be on.
Yeah. Speaking of Dropout, which is therefore leading to speaking of Brennan Lee Mulligan, therefore leading to Brennan Lee Mulligan's, I think, favorite movie. I can't actually prove that.
You just made that up right now.
Fully made it up. But great segue to I watched Lord of the Rings for the first time in my life.
Oh my god,
ever.
How'd you like it? Or how'd you hate it?
I am like foaming at the mouth. Like literally was up until like 4 a.m. reading Sam Frodo fanfics because like I'm obsessed. Truly, I'm like, they don't make movies like this anymore. I found like a love and passion for movies that I haven't had in so long. I legitimately am like, I already want to rewatch. I watched the extended versions of all of them.
Oh, you watched all of them?
Oh, yeah. This weekend, I watched all of them. That's why I was showing Sydney. I've been crocheting. And this past week, I have pretty much, like, doubled my blanket that I'm making just because I'm intensely crocheting while I'm watching Lord of the Rings. And every stressful moment, I'm, like, stress crocheting. So I'm like, I'm finishing it so fast. Lord of the Rings, phenomenal. I was like, I need to play a classic fantasy campaign so desperately. Like, I so badly want to play in a fantasy world. Like, as much as I love modern D&D games, like, have my heart. Like, I don't feel like they're talked about enough. I love a modern D&D game. But I've never done fantasy. Besides, like, one-shots, I guess. But I need, like, a full campaign, high fantasy, elves and wizards and all that jazz.
Halflings.
Yeah, I need to play a halfling. The hobbits, like, I genuinely the whole time was like, I love them so much. I would say halfling is my favorite race in D&D. So it just reinforced that love.
That's pretty eugenics-y of you to say, to have a favorite race.
Okay, my favorite,
cancel
I guess,
Max.
Like, yeah, cancel me.
Max is a favorite race.
Hey,
you know what? My favorite race, the human race.
Start playing We Are the World.
You know what? I'm gonna ask Andy if next campaign that we end up doing, can I play somebody that is like a mix of every single race? And if Andy tells me no, I'll be like, actually, that's racist, saying that people of different races can't be together and make a beautiful child.
Speaking of next D&D character, I was watching Abbott Elementary, and they had a man on there who they were like, oh, this guy's perfect, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end, he started talking about flat Earth. And he was like, fully a flat earther. And I literally was like, I haven't brought up in any of my campaigns that my characters are flat earthers yet. And, like, I'm just sitting on that piece of information. And I can't wait. Juno, I think, actually did. Yeah,
yes,
my artificer did.
Yes, for reference. That is in our space campaign where they're in a spaceship.
She's the pilot, okay?
She's seen planets from a distance.
Fully a flat earther. Because in her head, it's just the angle we're looking at.
Yes.
So
funny.
Yeah, watching that, I was like, oh, damn, I really need to, like, bring that up again. I feel like I've been forgetting about it, and I need to bring Courtney, my mean girl, vampire bitch, needs to be a flat earther.
I gotta wait. Actually, speaking of Courtney, fun development with Courtney and Ella, who are in our monster campaign. So this was like 2 weeks ago, I think. Max and I, like, always are like, we're gonna play characters that are gonna end up being, like, really good friends if they're not friends already. So Courtney, mean vampire girl, Ella, just girl failure, at her at her finest. They've like been like getting along. Ella and Courtney are at her father's house and they're talking to her dad and her stepdad, and then her stepdad goes to Ella and is like, oh, like, I didn't know Courtney had a girlfriend. And Ella's like, what the fuck? Because she's like a closeted lesbian. She's like, what the fuck did she just say to me? No, it's not like that. It's not like that. And then Max has to leave early. While Max was gone, cuts to a different scene of our friend Pat and Toby's characters. And Pat's character Ma is like, all right, so how much do you want to bet? Like, how long does it take for Ella and Courtney to kiss? And I was like, oh my god. I was like, is everyone thinking this? Because it was not on my brain at all.
Not on my radar. And so when you sent me that message, I was like, wait, what? But then I was like, I love it. So
I know.
But
I do love girl failure and popular girl, like, combination.
Yeah.
So Max and I talked about it. I was like, should we?
Fuck it, why not?
There's been, like, no, like, real romantic development, because we did play one other game since that happened, but Ella was, like, trying to smooth talk Ella's a witch, her class is warlock, but she's, like, a quote-unquote witch, so they were at this thing called the Perpetual Brew, which it's just like a thing that like everyone in her coven just has to like put stuff in and stir all the time, or else like I don't know, something bad happens. So like somebody was stirring it and Ella was trying to talk to the person, so she like tried to do like that slide thing where you put your arm on like a banister or table and then just like slide, and then Andy, our DM, was like, all right, so Ella puts her arm on a piping hot cauldron. I was like, yeah, I don't even make me roll for it, she just fucking burns herself.
So good.
Yeah,
and then Courtney got jealous but doesn't really quite know what that feeling is yet. Can't identify it, but was like, not my new friend talking to someone else. And then totally as we were leaving, went over and was like, by the way, you've got a lot of food in your teeth. And then walked away. Just to be a bitch. Doesn't know why yet, but felt compelled to make that girl feel shitty about herself. But listen, that's so Courtney. She's gonna have character growth. She'll be a better person.
I feel like she's grown a lot, though. Yeah,
she already really has. She did not want to have a job at all. Her stupid stepdad Peter made her get a job.
Fuck Peter.
So fuck Peter, dude.
Oh my god. Stepdads. Am I right?
Am I right?
I say with my parents still married.
I say never having met my stepdad. Never met him.
Yeah, but I feel like we, as two people with a podcast, we are in jurisdiction to talk about stepdads.
Yeah,
I feel like that makes us stepdad experts. I know a lot of stepdads. I just personally don't have one. So actually, you know what? I think that makes me more of an expert on stepdads, because I'm able to see it from like an outside perspective. Biased. Exactly. No stepdad bias here.
Yeah, and if you're at home and you're like, do I have a stepdad bias? Think on it. Do the work.
Unpack that.
Yeah.
Also, I have a confession to make. I feel really guilty.
Okay.
Last week, let me start this out with, I didn't do anything to you, so this is you.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
The guilt is not for you. I killed your stepdad, so now you'll never get to meet him. No.
Damn.
I've talked about my best friend Brian a couple times, I feel like, on the pod. So I have like off of work, and Brian works from home. My mom obsessed with Brian, so she's always like, tell Brian to come down. I'm like, I will. So because my parents live like maybe like an hour and a half away from the city, and so they have like a really cute house like near the Jersey Shore, and so I told Brian, I was like, hey, I'm going down to like my parents this week, do you want to come? He was like, yeah, sure. So we decide to come down on a Monday, and we have our Monday games like every other week. And usually what happens is, and not blaming Andy, like, by like any means. But usually what Andy does is Andy will send a message the day prior being like, hey gang, just a reminder we're playing, you know, this day, like tomorrow at this time. And Andy has a new job and is also like dealing with moving right now. So we did not get like a, hey, we're playing tomorrow message. All of a sudden, I'm like in the car with Brian on the way to my parents' house, and I like sit up in a cold sweat, and I was like, oh my god, do we have D&D tonight? And I message you.
Yeah.
And then as like maybe like a couple minutes after I messaged you, Andy puts it in the chat and is like, hey guys, see you in like 3 hours. I was like, oh my god. And like and Brian was only staying for one night. And so I was like, oh, and when we play, it's like maybe like minimum 3 hours.
Yeah.
We ended up playing like 4.5 hours this night, and so I told Brian, I was like, hey, this is what's happening. I forgot I had D&D. I cannot cancel. And he was like, that's okay. He's like, I have work to do. So I literally had to just like parallel play with Brian for 4 hours, where my parents' house is small, but they have this really cute backyard now. And so I was like, I don't want to just go in my room and because my room's small in my parents' house. Like, I don't want to go in my room and shut the door on Brian, but also there's no place for like Brian to sit in my room with me because like I don't even have a desk in there. And so I was like, okay, I'll sit on the back porch outside, because I also didn't want to do in the living room because I want to like play and like my parents hear me try to do a British accent and talk about my character being naked all the time. So I was like, Brian, like, do you want to just like come sit in the backyard with me? And he's like, oh well, he's like honestly, I want to lay down horizontally. He's like, I'm gonna rest on the couch and then I'll do some work. I was like, okay. So he starts in the living room, takes a nap. I'm in the backyard being British. My mom comes out. She's like, do you guys want food? I was like, yes, orders burritos. Burritos come. Brian brings mine and his burritos out. We sit there in silence eating the burritos together while I'm still playing D&D. He leaves, goes and does some more work, comes back, brings his laptop, parallel plays with me in the backyard. We see deer. He goes back inside. I eventually finish up, I come back inside, and then I think we watched I Know What You Did Last Summer, and that was our night. Yeah, we had a good time.
What a blast. Yeah.
A perfect day, truly. Yeah. Getting to ignore my male friend for 4 hours after driving the whole day with him. His girlfriend slept over, and so then I don't want to say what neighborhood we're in, but we're in one neighborhood of New York City. She lives in a completely opposite neighborhood that is very, very far. He's got his own car, though, so she sleeps over. We drive all the way up to her apartment, drop her off, and then we have to drive all the way back down to my parents' house. So we ended up going farther away from my parents' house. I think like that drive ended up being like 2 hours. But yeah, I did feel really bad about putting Brian in the corner while I played D&D. But he was really chill about it, and he understands. So
it's really awkward to have people watch you play D&D.
Yes.
When they're not. Like, I've had times where, like, friends have sat to the side while I've played, and I'm genuinely, like, I can't fully, like, get into character.
Yeah.
I'm not that I do, like, character voices or anything, but it's, like, I'm definitely gonna be, like, I think rather than, like, I do this. Yeah. It's, like, I'm definitely gonna talk, like, I think, this character's gonna do this. Courtney's gonna walk over there.
Mayhaps. I can use 5 feet of my movement, perchance. I had my friend Annalisa. She was staying with me for a week, and I had D&D, and because I was like thinking like, oh, she'll be out doing something every night. No, she decided to like stay in with me one night, and I was like, okay, like that's like so fine, but I do have D&D, and so like I sat at my desk, she sat on my bed, and then a humbling experience because I started playing a little bit, and I had my headphones in, so she could hear me. She couldn't hear what was going on. She was just like kind of like scrolling on her phone, and I was like, do you want to hear? And she was like, no. So She's like, nah. I was like,
No.
okay.
Okay.
Well, and, and she's so right for that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, I have a question. Okay,
Shoot.
I love having like 5 little drinks on my desk when I play D&D. Do you have like that same thing? I feel like that's like a queer person thing.
Yeah, I've got like 4 out right now.
4?
Yeah, I've got actually 5 because I've got 2 waters. One is the size of my head. And so I've got that. I've got a iced white mocha. I've got a Dr. Pepper and then a Mexican Coke on standby. I've got bevies. I need a fun bevy for any, like, D&D. Honestly, though, like, anytime I sit at my computer, I need a fun bev. But, like...
agreed.
Specifically D&D, I have to have a fun little treat.
Yes, no, absolutely. When I'm in Miami, I don't usually have, like, a fun little drink. But when I'm in my apartment in New York, I always have like water, and then my favorite thing to get for D&D is they have these like peach juice things.
Ooh.
It's like they're in these cartons, and it's just like 100% just like peach nectar, and they're like this big. I love them so much. I guzzle that shit down. I will like, and they're also just like, cheap as hell. I'll buy 3 of them at a time, and I'll finish 2 of them off. I'll suck on that shit like a piglet teat. I feel like this is the 2nd week in a row I've mentioned piglet teats on the podcast.
It's like kind of insane to hear it twice. Like the first time I go, I'll never hear that again. And then I did hear it again.
Lo and behold.
Oh my god.
I had to make sure you heard it. I was like, I don't think that Max heard me say sucking on a piglet teat the first time.
Dude, someone made a clip of me. I was trying the new Red Bull flavor, which is white peach. And I sampled it, like I tried it for the first time on stream, and I was like, genuinely the only way I can describe it is if I was like sucking off a peach. And like someone joined the stream for the first time, like right then, and they were like, hey, what did I walk into? And I was like, oh my god.
It's like, you ever heard of Call Me By Your Name? Well, yeah. Get this.
But like it did taste just like I was sucking off a peach. So like
was it like good though? Like,
yeah, it's
fire. Sometimes like I'm sucking off something and I'm like, this is alright, but
no, this one was a good one. Yeah,
a good sucking off. Okay,
good.
Cool. I'll keep that in mind. Maybe I'll look for it. I'm trying
it's
to.
It's like hot pink.
Ooh,
it's like kind of fun to. Yeah, no, it's like fun to walk around with.
Period. I'm trying to cut out soda again because I cut out soda for like 3 months basically when I was like on my like diet and exercise plan, and I was like, oh, I've made so much progress, like let me like treat myself. And I've gained a little bit of weight, not like super much, but like I was like, I went to my parents' house for a week, and every time I go to my parents' house, I'm like, I know I'm gonna break my good eating habits because love my mom, but like and I'm an only child, so like my mom like loves to like spoil me rotten. And she knows that like I love chicken nuggets, I love like cold SpaghettiOs from a can, I love Slim Jims, and so my mom will, classic white family, will stock up on all of the fun snacks. And I'm like, and she, my mom was so sweet because she was like, oh, well, like, I bought you, like, fruit too, because, like, I know that, like, I don't know why I'm talking like that as my mom. She does not sound like that at all.
I was like, damn, new Sydney lore unlocked.
It's like, Sydney's mom voice? Question mark? No, my mom just, like, kind of talks like me, but... she was like, oh, you know, like, I got you fruit too, because, like, I know you're, like, trying to watch what you're eating, like, I was like, oh, that's so sweet. I ate, like, 8 peach. I was like, barely ate any of the fruit, because I'm so high every day, because my mom and I, like, love to take edibles together.
So fun.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm so stoned, and, like, you're telling me I have the choice between, brownie brittle. Brownie brittle, 10 Slim Jims.
Yeah.
Or a banana. I'm gonna pick the 10 Slim Jims. And I'm not exaggerating. They were in a mini box.
Okay. I used to take those Slim Jims and I'd put them in my bag and I would bring them to the club. And I'm telling you, there's nothing better. You're on the dance floor, you're like, I'm kind of drunk. And then you pull the Slim Jim out and you start eating it. And then I've traded them for cigarettes before. I legitimately, like, mini Slim Jims used to be my currency. Like, I literally, like, someone would be like, is that a mini Slim Jim? I'd be like, buy me a drink, and it is. Like, yeah. Yeah. I traded a cigarette light for a Slim Jim to a homeless man. And
to a homeless man.
I was drunk. It was one of those Broadway raves. And
yeah,
I was really drunk. And I was like, I had a pack of cigarettes because it was like right around New Year's, and I always get a pack for New Year's just because I think it's like fun.
Yeah.
And I was like, does anyone have a cigarette lighter? Like, I need to light this cigarette. And then this homeless man was like, I do. What do you have for me? And I was like, I've got Slim Jims. Do you want them? And he was like, yeah, perfect. A deal's a deal. Lit my cigarette. I gave him the Slim Jims. Said, have a good night, sir.
Have a good night. And you know what? And I bet he did.
And he probably did. Great Slim Jims.
Not D&D related, but I do feel like I need to tell somebody this. Speaking of homeless people, when I was waiting in line at the comedy show that Dropout was filming today, this gay at least like what I can assume was a gay homeless man, started, like, he had a boombox and was blasting Beat It by Michael Jackson, and he kept coming to each of us in line and, like, screaming. He would sing the lyrics normally, and then when it got to, like, the Beat It part, he would, like, scream that in our face, and then he was, like, going to, like, the people that were working the event, and being like, I beat my meat, you beat your meat, and then, like, pointing to different people and be like, I know you beat it, and I'm like, is this the show? Is this the show about grief? Yes.
Honestly, and, like, that's why I'm scared to go to New York. Like, they say, like, oh, if you're not cut out for it, you're not cut out for it. Like, I don't think I'm cut out for it. When people, like, start to, like, be on the street and get scary, like, I genuinely am like, I will run across the street. I'd rather get hit by a car. Because I just am awkward in social situations.
Mm-hmm. You have to walk on the same side of the street as them to assert your dominance. That's, like, what I do.
No.
There was, like, my friend Kelsey came to visit, and Kelsey's from Texas, and I think she'd been to New York one other time, but not in, I'm gonna, like, go around and, like, see stuff. I think she went with a middle school class or something. So I was assuring her, I was like, Kelsey, you know, it's not as scary as you think, you know. I'm like, I see crazy people all the time, but it's like, seldom do I have, like, any interactions with anybody. Of course, I fucking jinx it. I pick her up from Penn Station. I'm on the fucking subway with her. This homeless man comes up to both of us and is like, hey, like, do you guys have any money? And I'm like, no, I don't carry cash on me because I'm a girl. I don't have that part, but that's just the gospel truth.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, I don't have any cash on me. And usually, like, the homeless person will, like, you know, go to the next person. He just, like, would not let up. And he was like, you don't have any cash on you? And I was like, no, I don't have any cash on me. He's like, you don't even have a penny? Like, you don't have anything? And I got, like, so pissed off that I just said to him, I was like, okay, well, clearly you don't have any cash on you either.
Oh my god.
Because you're asking me for cash. So I don't think it's that crazy, sir, for me to not have cash on me. Clearly you don't have a penny. Do you have a penny for me? And I was, like, getting, like, in his face. I was like, do you want to give me something? God. I'm like, I don't have anything. And Kelsey's just, like, being like, what the fuck? And then he was like, he said something about God, and I was like, I don't believe in God, so
oh my god.
That's how that conversation ended.
I honestly wasn't scared, like, because I grew up in an area with, like, a lot of homeless people, and, like,
yeah,
like, I know for the most part, like, it's, like, shitty situations, and, like, you never, like, you know, everyone's, like, a few steps away from being homeless at any given point. But ever since I saw the video of the people getting punched in the face in New York, the face punch.
Oh, the girls, yeah,
the girls getting punched in the face. I'm, like, terrified to go to New York.
Oh, but that wasn't, like, that wasn't, like, a homeless guy. That was just, like, some incel, like MAGA dude.
Yeah, I've just seen videos of homeless people like screaming at people on the street, and I
Yeah.
like don't handle situations like that well. Like I am just like genuinely like goo goo gaga. I'm a baby. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
scared of everything.
Mm.
So anyone who's like I okay, and a lot of this stems from I don't like
Homeless
unpredictability.
people.
Like
Oh, that too.
no.
I hate the
Like I
unhoused.
don't like bugs because I can't predict what they're going to do. So like a June bug flying at me, like I can't predict what's going to happen, and so I freeze in terror. So that's my fear. Is I don't like unpredictability, like that's my anxiousness. And I feel like New York is like that. So I'm like, honestly, I'm good in California. I'm chilling
Yeah.
here.
That's so valid. I feel like I thrive in New York because I personally can out crazy anybody, and I had
Yeah.
like I had a conversation with my mom when I was visiting because I told you before we started recording I'm reading like a horror book right now, and she was like asking me about it, and she was like, I feel like you would probably survive a horror movie. I was like, no, I think about that all the time. I genuinely, like, if there's an intruder in my house, like, I would not, like, kill a person randomly. And I definitely could never be a serial killer because I would feel too bad. But, like,
Yeah.
if somebody came into my fucking house or, like, tried to, like, fuck with my friends or, like, my roommates, someone, like, tried to, like, disrupt the sanctity of me and, like, my friends, like, I would go apeshit. Like, sorry, I said eight.
Yeah, you said
Eight,
eight shit.
It sounded like I said eight chip. I would eight
Yeah.
chip. I would grab a bag of chips that my mom got me with the 10 Slayer gems.
Yeah.
And I would eat them.
Yeah.
If an intruder came into my house. No, but like, I'm like, I would just like kill that person. There was actually like one time I thought that somebody broke into our apartment when it was just me because everybody else was in town, which is like crazy because it's like I have 3 other roommates, and so it's like to get everybody except me out of here is like never happens. And I like thought that somebody was upstairs, and I have like this little like stopper under my door, so I was like, I'm just gonna take this and I'm just gonna like hold it up against like up in the air until somebody maybe walks down here, and then I'm just gonna beat them to death. It turns out that it like nobody was in the apartment, but anyway, D&D.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I've got like curtain rods, and it came with an extra one because my shower is small. And so I just keep it near my bed so that if anyone came into my room, I would literally have a shower curtain rod that I would attempt to defend myself with. So if anyone's listening, planning on breaking in,
don't try
it. Don't try it. I got a shower curtain rod. Why I oughta. But yeah, back to D&D.
Back to D&D. Speaking of evil, I want to talk about the atrocious one-shot that Max and I...
Horrifically bad one-shot.
Because was it you or me who found the post? Actually, I think it might have been me.
I think it might have been you. Yeah, so sorry. Yeah. It was a free one-shot, so I can't be too upset about it. It's not like we paid money. And
paid for our time
honestly,
suffering.
Yeah. This is, I think, my lesson that I've done. I'm really sorry if there's a free one-shot that I've done that was good, but I've done this is my third free one-shot that I've left early from.
Yeah.
And I've
Mel's
not
Diner
left
was
early.
fun.
Oh, but was that one free?
Yes, that was free.
Okay.
Mel's Diner
then
was free.
I take it back. Mel's Diner was fun. But I did one before I even met you. On Start
That was your
Playing.
first mistake.
First mistake, not
to do anything before you met me.
Before I met
yourself.
you. Yeah. No, you're right.
You should have been born the day that we met.
Yeah, no. You're right, and I'm sorry. And that's on me.
You should be.
And then I did one before it, and then I'm trying to think of... Oh, I did another one. It was like a Tasha's Madhouse themed one. And it was another, of course, a man being so obnoxious in a D&D game that I literally left the game early because I was like, this is horrific. Like, I am not going to have another player tell me what I can and cannot do in a game when I don't know you.
Even when I do know you, don't fucking tell me what to do.
Yeah.
I will kill you with my door stopper or my shower curtain rod.
Or my shower curtain rod. Yeah.
I feel like Max and I have talked before about, actually I think we talked about this last week. We were like, oh, like we love to just like find like one shots and just like play them to meet new people. So I found this one shot that was kind of like, I'm not too familiar with Wild Beyond the Witchlight, but it kind of seemed maybe it was like something from that module. But it was like essentially the plot is there's these people that are getting kidnapped and spirited away through this well in this town, and it takes you to the Feywild. So we're like, this seems interesting. It's a one shot. It's free. Let's do it. Guys, boys, girls, and theys. I have never been so frustrated in my life during a one shot. First of all, the DM does not tell us what level we're going to be until like a couple hours before. It has it nowhere in the post. It does not say anything in the Discord. I send them the sheet and just like, because I was playing, I was basically doing Karma again, who's like my goblin monk, because I was like, I don't really have like time to like come up with like something else. I'm like, I'll just reuse Karma. I send it to them and I was like, hey, here's my character sheet. And I don't know, maybe this is like me being too sensitive, but they were just like, I guess I didn't make it public, like by accident, and they were like, you need to make it public. I don't know, if that was me in that scenario, I probably wouldn't like, hey, I would have started with a hey.
Hi. Yeah.
Hi. Hey there.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, just FYI, I can't open it. That's just me. But they were like, you need to make it public. And I was like,
yeah.
All right. And then I was like, okay, like, is this okay? And they just like gave me like a thumbs up. I was like, all right.
All right.
First red flag, but I was like, whatever. We start playing. This person is like the slowest talker I've ever met in my entire life.
As like whatever you're thinking, worse.
Yeah.
Like slower.
And with 15-second pauses in between everything.
No, there was a moment where I counted 5 Mississippis. Like dead ass. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 to 5 Mississippi. Continued speaking. So it's like you would be like, oh, there's a pause in the conversation. I'll say something. Mm-hmm. And then you'd interrupt them. And then it was like awkward.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm getting like war flashbacks.
No, that kept happening because it was like, first of all, let me just say, my personal opinion, if you're doing a one shot with people that don't know each other, or even just like starting a campaign and the people don't know each other, people are, especially people that play D&D, are shy and awkward. Even the most outgoing of bitches. It is so hard to just like kind of like feel things out, get into the swing of things. I think, personal opinion, as a DM, it is part of your job to kind of like ease the people into it.
Yeah.
You need to like kind of give them a little bit of a reason to interact or to introduce themselves. Like
either have everyone know each other and you are already a team. Yes. Or have an event that they have to come together with.
Yes.
That's because otherwise people may not, at least I can sense a DM bait in a heartbeat. Like, oh, yeah, obviously, because I do it as a DM, I'm like, please, this is a story. Like, join me on this. And it's like, okay, even if like I'm like, I don't know, that wouldn't necessarily like make my character go a certain way. Yeah. I'm still gonna do it because like that is what we're here for. We are here to play D&D. We're here to tell a story. We're here to all be together in this story. So if I'm like, I don't bite at that, okay, bye then. Like, yeah. So I feel like as a DM, you have a duty, to either bring your characters together, or like I feel like an adventurers guild, especially for like a one shot. You guys are in an adventurers guild together. You guys have gone on adventures before. So this is, a run-of-the-mill thing. Then, cool. We all at least know going in we can all be friends and chill.
Yes. This started out with... Or even, like, Andy did this really, what I think was a great thing when we did Road Trip for the first time, where there was one NPC, like all of our characters did not really know each other, but there was one NPC that everybody was friends with, that was like the person that brought them all together. And so then to kind of like ease people into starting to play these characters and have a reason to like start talking to each other, Andy's NPC was driving to each person's house individually to pick them up, and Andy would like do a little scene with them. It was a little less awkward because we're like, okay, we've kind of introduced our characters, everybody kind of has a little bit of a sense of who this character is now because they've been like talking as them. Now it's a little bit easier for us to like interact with each other. There was none of that in this one shot. There was there was like barely any introduction. It like started out in a tavern.
I love a tavern entrance. Like, I feel like, yes, it is cheesy to start in a tavern, but it's like, where else are you gonna start?
Yeah. You did say fork found in kitchen, and I was
did.
dying.
I was being a bitch. I was like actively knew I was being a bitch, but like couldn't help but say it.
We start in a tavern, fork found in kitchen. But we start in a tavern, and the DM was like, what do you guys do? No introductions yet. Like, it was literally just like, you guys are in a tavern, there's people playing, there's a bar fight happening. What do you guys do? Everybody was like, okay, I stand in this corner of the room. The next person, all right, I'm also in a corner of the room. And I think there was like 5 of us playing. And so then I was the last one. And before me, the DM was like, guys, there's only so many corners of the room. So I was like, okay, my character stands in the middle of the tavern, right in the center. And nobody but Megs laughed at that.
It was genuinely bonkers how we would try like tossing jokes out and no one would bite but each other. And then I was like, they have to know we know each other, right? Like, they have to know that we're friends because we're dying at each other's jokes.
Yeah. But it was like, I don't know, it was so like that, like, it started out that way.
Yeah.
Then we get introduced to, I guess, like, the conflict, where it's like, this guy comes in, he puts a thing on, like, the job board in the tavern, and then walks back out. And the DM is like, all right, what do you all do? And it's like, what do you mean, what do all of us do? Like, this is 5 people that don't know each other. Like, maybe, like...
And we're not even sitting near each other, either. So it's like, if someone posts a board on a message board, I'm not like, I must get up now and go see it. It's like, yeah, that's probably happening all the time. They said that there was tons of flyers up there. It's just like,
or just like single someone out to be like, to get people, I don't know, like have like the guy, like, I don't know, like he was like, it was like a drunk guy with a job posting at a tavern. Fork found in kitchen. There's 2 forks in the kitchen at this point. Like, I don't know, like have him like trip on somebody. Or, or go to, like, the strongest looking person in the party and ask them for help. And then, like, I don't know, just interact with us a little bit. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe, like, I know that some people will have, like, different opinions. And it's like, oh, well, the DM does so much work. Like, you know, the players gotta blah, blah, blah. But, again, it's a group of people that don't know each other. We're playing with each other for the first time.
We're strangers.
You have to create a little bit of an environment to help ease people in. And when me and Max are like trying to like do things and like interact with people, we kept getting shut down.
Yeah.
Because specifically two people in the game, 2 player characters, they're like, I look at the board and I walk out and I start going to like where like the person lives that posted the job. And so it's me, Max, and then another player character is still there. And I was like, none of us have said 2 words to each other yet. So then I say, my character is like, okay, I'm going to look at the other people around their job board and say, hey, are you thinking about taking this job? Do you want to walk over there together? And the DM is like, there, and me saying this meaning like Max's character and the other character who has not left the tavern yet. The DM immediately is like, there's just random people looking at it and is like, I won't take that job. I'm like, I'm not fucking talking to the NPCs. I'm trying to talk to the other player characters. So that got shut down immediately.
Then, as we, like, finally met everyone outside, we're all walking over, we meet the edgelord of the party.
Oh my god.
As we walk, I step on every flower we pass by. Okay. He's like, I hate joy and whimsy.
I hate whimsy. Why are you here? This is a one-shot.
Like, it literally was like Feywild one-shot. Like, what do you mean you made a character that hates joy, whimsy, and the Feywild? And then was like metagaming so hard. Metagaming violently hard. And it was like I tried to do a spell, shot it down because he had the same spell. And I was like, cool, I'm literally a wizard. He's playing a bard? No.
It was like paladin, I think.
Paladin. And I was like, cool. It's detect magic. Like, I'm a wizard. That's all I'm, like, right now, that's all I can do. So, like, let me do my thing. You've got a thing,
it's a
let me do my thing. It's a one-shot.
It's okay that we burn a spell slot.
Yeah.
It's a one-shot.
It's fine. We, of course, fall into the well, which is then a portal to the Feywild. And they were, as soon as we got there, him and then another player character was like, don't touch anything, don't talk to anyone, and I was like, we don't know where we are.
Yeah, they were like, we're in the Feywild. I was like, we don't know where we are. Yes.
And there was like a tree that was talking. So I was like, okay, my character is going to go up to the tree and like try to talk to it. And the DM goes, okay, hold on. Does the 21 hit? And I was like, wait, what? And they were like, does a 21 hit? And I was like, we're level 5 characters and I'm a wizard. Fucking, you know it hits. Like, and I was like, yeah. And they were like, okay, you take blah, blah, blah points of damage. And I was like, all right. I go sit in the middle of the clearing and I just sit down. I sit down. I go, fucking fine. I'm not doing anything. The second I tried to do something, I took like a significant amount of damage too.
Yeah. And I feel it's one thing if, like, the DM is, like giving hints like, this is a dangerous thing. Do you really want to interact with that? But they had been interacting with another player character before that. And the other player character was like, fine. And so that's why Max was like, oh, go, like, question the tree.
Yeah.
And it was like, you choose Max's character to fucking bitch slap across the face. The other person was fine.
I was like, okay. Like, shit.
Yes.
And I was like, I want to leave. Like, I was like, I want to leave so bad. And then it got worse.
Oh my god, yeah, and then at one point, okay, so for some clarification, the person that posted the job for us to, like, go do was a father whose, like, young daughter had been, like, spirited away to the Feywild, and, he, like, had, like, a very, like, we went to his house before we went to the well, so it's like you know, very unkept house, like, single father, you know, like, he's not really, like, keeping it well and tidy. And so then we go down to the well, we're in the Feywild, we're in this beautiful field, and my character was like, oh, well, like, you know, like, joking around. She was like, oh, well, like, I kind of don't blame this little girl for falling down the well into the Feywild. Like, this looks a lot better than her dad's shitty house. And then one of the player characters was like, well, I don't think that we should be blaming the little girl for getting taken by, like, fairies. And I was like, that is not what I was saying. That was a joke.
So you're just making shit up now. Like,
yeah. It honestly felt like when I said to Max before, like, oh, so you have a favorite race? Like, I'm like, you're putting words in my mouth.
It's
now.
like, whoa, where did you get that?
Yeah. I'm like, I'm a goblin and I'm talking in a New Jersey accent right now. I don't think that you should be taking anything I say, like, seriously. And we weren't, like, and here's the thing, usually Max and I, like, sometimes, like, we'll get silly and we'll fuck around.
Yeah,
but it's
like we've been crazy before.
Yeah, like,
this
but, like,
was
we
not
weren't
that.
fucking around. Yeah, like, we weren't, like, we were just, like, we were, like, cracking some, like, jokes, but it was, like,
very, I would say, G-rated jokes compared to, like, what we're normally doing.
Yeah, like, we weren't like, oh, you know, my character mentions flat earth. We were just like, yeah, I'm just like, oh, I'm like, this girl's fucking dad lives in a shithole. Like, no wonder she
this is a gorgeous
here.
area.
Yeah, and everyone's like, actually. Oh, and then we find a bunch of goblins. Mind you, my character's a goblin.
Yeah, so essentially, like, there was some operation at this point. Like, I was so tuned out and like I don't want to be in this anymore, so like I kind of don't care what's happening.
At this point we were messaging each other and I was like, should we just Irish goodbye, because we're not having fun, and this, like, we were like 2 hours in, barely did anything. I'm like, I don't want to waste my whole night doing this.
Yeah. So we're like, okay, if something bad happens, like the next big thing that happens, like, we're done.
We're out, yeah.
So they do this mission to try to kidnap a goblin to question the goblin. And they interrogate the goblin with, like, one question. And then the guy goes, and then he was like, I'm not telling you anything, because he rolled a low persuasion. And he goes, I pick him up and I punch him in the face and, like, demand he tells me what's going on. And so it was like, okay, hit. Then I think he did it again he was like, and this one's just for fun. And it killed the goblin.
Yeah.
And we were like, I was like, did you kill the goblin? And he was like, yeah, I didn't mean to. And I was like, you know, our friend is a goblin. And that's when we were like, we're done. We're out of here.
We just left. Yeah, we did Irish goodbye because we were like, here's the thing. First of all, we had gardened a lot.
Yeah, that was our first mistake.
The first mistake is gardening.
Yeah.
And I had so much anxiety, and I was like, you know what? Here's the thing. We owe nothing to these people. We're never going to see these people again. Mm-hmm. I think in this scenario, we should just ghost.
Yeah.
We should Danny Phantom and go ghost. So that's what we did. We left the call, immediately left the server that was made. I blocked them on Discord. I was like, Max, block them on Discord too. We started getting a slew of messages from the DM on Start Playing. I still have not read the messages, and I never will, because I was so anxious. Were they like, fuck you?
Essentially, no, it was like, hey, did you and Sydney leave the game? It's not showing you guys anymore. Oh, I see.
LOL.
Like mentioned, like, a difference in play styles, okay, or something like that. And I was like,
no, actually,
so
you take fucking 20-minute pauses and talk so slow. That's not a difference in play style. That's popcorn reading in high school class with the illiterate white guy that thinks he's fucking Eminem. That's what it is.
No,
that's
and then I was
what
like,
it is.
and then not calling out, like, metagaming edgelord, like, doing crazy shit, the randomly attacking my character out of nowhere, like, genuinely, it's everything.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to waste my time, my free time doing this. But what ended up saving the night, because Max and I were like, we have to get on a Discord call immediately after this.
Yeah, immediately. It was like hung up on one, called immediately.
I had Max on speed dial on my Discord. I pressed 1 on my laptop. It sends a signal to wherever Max is. That's how I have my Mac set up. But we were like talking about it for a while, and I was like, should we just do a 2-player game? Because it was like, I think like 9 p.m. at that point.
Honestly, maybe even 9 p.m. for you.
Well, 9 p.m. for my time.
Yeah, it was early for me, and I was like, we like absolutely should play something, like a little indie game.
So last week we talked about that bundle for trans youth that had like all those games in it, and so we went on that website to try to find like some free games. So then the game we ended up finding was on itch.io IO. My Girlfriend is Secretly Evil. It is by Goblin Warning. Essentially, the plot of the game, it can be 2 to 3 players. One person is playing like a superhero, and then the other person is playing a supervillain, and they're secretly dating. And it's like there's like the tension there where it's like the villain is doing villainry, and they know that like each other are like the supervillain and like the hero. But the superhero has like a Justice League Avengers sort of like friend group or like group that they work with, and so they're trying to keep them from finding out that they're dating the villain, but also trying to stop the villain. So we decided to play that, and I was like, Max, give me 15 minutes. And then, because I had never read this before, I was like, this is my first time reading this document. I was like, give me 15 minutes to come up with something, and then we'll play.
Yeah, we popcorn read the like game guide, and then it was like, all right, be right back. And I was like, perfect, I'm gonna eat a little bit of food and then get to play an awesome game. What a good killer night for me.
What a killer night. Yeah, I was like so nervous. Because Max always DM, so I was like, let me DM for Max.
What an icon.
I was like, fuck, let me come up with something. And I'm not like a huge Marvel or like DC person, but I do like a Sky High, like that kind of thing. Or like I like The Boys, you know. I don't know why I went like so wide-eyed when I said that. I was like, I like The Boys.
Yeah.
But it's like I like that stuff. And so I love like a fun little like superhero thing.
Side note about The Boys, no one told me that the Butcher was in Lord of the Rings.
Is he?
Yeah, dude. He's that king's son. He's got the blonde wig.
I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
Wait a minute. Hold on. We were talking about me not having seen it, and you haven't seen it? Literally the birth of D&D.
Oh, I was having sex in high school. I wasn't watching Lord of the Rings.
Hey, I also was having sex in high school. Hey, I want that on the
record. Which is why you haven't watched it until now.
Wait, you're actually so right. You have to watch it. It was so incredible.
I actually don't have to do anything, Max.
No, you
so
do.
Shut that down. I don't know. Maybe I will. I heard it's gay. So.
Oh my! It was genuinely. So if I hadn't known beforehand that like nothing is canon, I would have been like if I walked in not knowing that, I would have been like, this is the slowest slow build of all time. There are like so many moments where they're literally caressing their face, staring into each other's eyes, and I'm like, okay, they're gonna kiss. Like, oh my God. Obviously this is the next moment is when they kiss, and they never do. And then randomly at the end, one of them gets married, and you're like, where did that come from? Hey, it's actually
marriage.
What's crazy is she's not wearing white, but the other guy is wearing white to the wedding. Listen, I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm gonna say everything.
Smell homosexuality.
Yeah.
Honestly, the only thing I know about Lord of the Rings is obviously Sméagol.
Yeah.
And I know Benedict Cumberbatch was a dragon? ?
That's in The Hobbit. That's the next. It's the prequel.
Yes, that's the newer. Yeah. And then I know Sean Astin and Elijah Wood are the 2 gay ones that aren't gay. Yeah. And then the other... actually, there's 2 other things I know about Lord of the Rings. I know... Actually, 3. Orlando Bloom is one of the sexy elves.
Have you won Vigs?
Have you won? Yes, have you won Vigs?
Yeah.
When will you wear Vigs? So maybe I know like 6 things about the Lord of the Rings.
You know who Gimli is? The dwarf?
No.
You know in Princess Diaries
What the fuck did you just say to me?
Gimli the dwarf?
Oh, yeah, I know the dwarf in Princess Diaries, too.
No. Gimli the dwarf is in
not Princess Diaries. Or are you talking about Ella Enchanted? Wait,
no.
Fuck.
Okay, let me start over. I feel like I said a sentence and you went about 7 different directions.
Okay. Yeah, because I know 7 things about Lord of the Rings. So I have to go in 7 different directions.
Okay. Gimli, who plays the dwarf in Lord of the Rings.
That's not a real name, but yes.
It is. So he is played by, and I never knew this, in the guy in the movie the Princess Diaries 2.
Yes.
Where Mia is
royal
gonna become
engagement.
queen. Yes. The uncle, the weirdo uncle, the villain of the movie.
Oh.
That's Gimli.
Oh.
Like, when I say stacked cast, like, I mean that cast was so... Cate Blanchett? Also...
She's in that.
Yeah. Like, okay, so we hear people talk about, like, high elves being, like, so over the top and, like...
Well, that was the other thing that I know. It's because I know Brennan makes fun of them in Fantasy High all the time.
Yes.
And
So,
it's because him and Siobhan, like, have, like, a thing with Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
So I always laughed at those jokes because I was like, yes, high elves are, like, lofty and, like, you know, annoying and, like, ethereal. I did not realize how insane it was until watching Lord of the Rings, and they're constantly just like gliding around. They'll stop.
Oh God.
They'll stare. They'll literally get so close to you, and they'll be like, "Everything has been now forever. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?" We use this in the context. Like, literally, we'll drop that, and then we'll float away, and then they'll be like, "Yeah, she died," and you're like, "What?" And then they're like, "But she is back alive now. And she will be in 10 years and yesterday." And you're like, what's happening? And then they'll float off again.
That's how I'm going to talk to you when we go on our Vegas trip.
Yeah.
And me blacking out. Be like, go to you in the club. Be like, Max, you are in the present, but also the future.
Literally
Nothing is
punch
linear.
you in the face.
Fight me. Oh, but the last thing that I do know about Lord of the Rings is, in Smiling Friends, there's a whole episode that's like a parody of the animated Lord of the Rings that they made.
Wait, I didn't know they made it animated.
Yeah, there's an animated Lord of the Rings. I don't know if it's a movie or a show, but it's like, yeah, it's animated. And so like they made fun of it in Smiling Friends, and I've seen that episode, so...
They did just make I think it's called like Hobbit Hobbiting
Hobbin on that knob.
Hobbit on that knob.
Hobbington.
It's like Stardew Valley, but it's Lord of the Rings, and I think it literally came out like this week.
Oh, good for them. Gay.
I'll look into it. Report back next time.
Gay, trans, what do they come out as? Why are you laughing?
Hobbit.
Why are you laughing at a brave Hobbit video game coming out to an unforgiving world, Max?
To a cruel, unforgiving world.
Cruel, unforgiving world. First you pick a fucking favorite race. Now you're laughing at a young Hobbit video game showing its true colors to the world. The fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Cancel
honestly,
Max.
Cancel me.
We did have fun with our one shot though.
Oh yeah, honestly, back to the one shot.
I feel like for 15 minutes, like we made a really fun story. I'm like, I would watch this as a TV show.
I was literally having such a blast. Sydney is an incredible DM, and like I think this is the second time you've DM'd for me. No, third time. Second. And truly, just phenomenal. I get lost in the world. And I was just like...
because I've been drugging you. I go to your house. I put LSD in your Dr. Pepper.
Fuck.
And so I'm like, Max is going to get so immersed in this world now.
Literally, I'm sitting there, like, eyes closed, like, hair floating. I'm like, I'm so immersed in this world right now.
Nothing is linear. You will live
today,
but also tomorrow. And the year before that.
I'll freak the fuck out.
Wake up. Wait, I want you to talk about your character that you came up with, though, because they were fucking iconic.
I loved him. I'm like, what? Wasn't his name...
His hero name was Sparky.
Sparky
John
was
Dungeons.
His superhero name, but
John Dungeons.
John Dungeons. I was like, you know what? I gotta give a call back to my boy. John D&D, if you still listen to us, I want you to know we've never stopped thinking about you.
Never. I need you like air, John D&D.
Our Notion chapter for our one-shot notes is Power of Pure Whole. And I think that's... Okay, so we've got Old Snork City, the OSC, as the kids call it. Name, John Dragons.
The Osk.
The Osk.
Yeah, that's the name of the city, the Osk.
Sparky. His power was lightning / pure hole. Wait, actually, I don't know if I can read some of this. Fell into hole, crossed out, heroism. Uncle was like, yo dog, with great hole comes great hole responsibility. Pegged in the ass. Uncle is dead from getting pegged in the ass. Aunt is dead. Intern. Killer lineup. Killer lineup.
He was an intern at, okay, so I made it so that they work, it's like kind of like the boys universe where like superheroes get paid to like do this job. So they're kind of like celebrities in this world, but they still have their secret identities. And so they disguise their headquarters where everybody with half a brain knows that this is actually their headquarters, but they disguise their headquarters as an office building where they're the ones that come up with and manufacture the novelty popcorn buckets that like AMC comes out with.
Yeah.
And so they're doing superhero things, but also like sometimes they're like actually coming out with like popcorn buckets. So I have been sending Max like popcorn buckets and being like, Sparky came up, who was Max's character. I was like, Sparky definitely came up with this. So that's like the setting of like where they're working. And so Max's character Sparky is an intern working there, and
he's really worried about taxes, his 401k. He's thinking of the future. Yeah. He's
the
really
future
on
with his
it.
girlfriend.
With his girlfriend, whom he's obsessed with.
Yes. And so there's only like 4 people that work in the building actually. It's Sparky and then like the 3 people that are actually in the like the Justice League sort of thing. Everybody else that works in the office is like is like an android homunculus sort of thing.
I just remembered about HR. Yes. The lady. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's HR is just basically the head of the like the superhero gang, but it's like he like puts glasses on and he's like, I can sexually harass whoever I want because I am also HR, because there's only 4 people that work in this building.
It was so crazy. So unbelievably crazy.
His name is Gaslighter. That's his superhero name, and his power is like to manipulate time. So it's like whenever somebody's like, he's like, oh, it's like, didn't you just say that? He's like, no, I didn't. You're fucking crazy. So that's who's leading them. Yeah. And then there's Stiletto Kill, who, I forget, like, exactly what her power is. I think that she's just, like, really good at, like, accuracy.
Strength with heal. So I think she was super strong and then would use her heals to stab.
Yes, that was it. And then the other one was the Thingy. Because I really like the Thing from Fantastic Four, and I was like, what's like a stupider version of that? So I came up with the Thingy, and it's like this guy that can transform into like, you know, those little like meshy neon colored squish balls. So like his only power is to like turn into that, but he's got like the voice of Batman, and he also like does not like to use his human form. Yes, he loved Sparky. He was trying to be, everyone honestly loved Sparky because it was like Gaslighter was like trying to be bros with him, and was kind of that weird older brother or uncle that like you don't want to bring your female friends around. But then the Thingy was like this little like mesh ball trying to like be fatherly towards Sparky, because as we mentioned, his uncle did die from getting pegged apparently. But yeah, so that was very fun characters. We definitely have to go back to that. Oh, but the girlfriend, I was like, you gotta
talk about the girlfriend villain.
Yes, her like super villain name was Burn. They met at a club. And they're dating, and Sparky was like, I want to move in together, and like all these things, and she was like, I don't know about that.
He's like, I don't even know your real name. You know my social security number. I told you everything, and you won't even tell me your name.
Yeah, and so she was like, I don't know if I want to do that, and then like, she was like trying to distract him, so she's like, oh, like do like evilry today. So she's like, I've always wanted to say I've poisoned the water supply, like a 1920s villain. So that's what she's trying to do, and then she like ties herself to the train tracks because like that's usually like what happens in like those old-timey kind of movies. But then she's like, well, I'm also the villain, so then she put on a mustache and a bowler hat while she was like tied to the train tracks, and she was like, Sparky, you have to untie me. She's like,
untie me and
thing.
defeat me.
Yes. And they did fight. They were so sweet though. Sparky ended up winning. And then she was like, she showed him her driver's license and her real name. Oh, because Sparky's real name is John Dungeons and her last name was Dragons.
Yeah.
So, because she's got fire powers.
Burn fire powers, so sick.
Burn fire powers. Yeah.
No, it was so fun. Like, it was so fun.
Oh, you made me piss my pants laughing. You were so funny.
Dude.
I love Sparky.
Right back at you. There is something, like, I feel like I have two genres. I love you, obviously. I have, like, two genres of characters. Mm-hmm. And it is boy failure and cunty girl.
Yes.
And there's, like, no in between, I don't think. Like, that's the two types of, like, people I like to play. So Sparky was, like, as much as he wasn't, like, a failure, he just had boy failure energy. Yeah. Where he was, like, kind of a dweeb, even though he was, like, literally a superhero with, like, electricity powers.
Mm-hmm. And hole powers.
And obviously the power of pure hole, we can't forget. And, like, Anne was putting out some, like, award-winning popcorn buckets.
Yes.
But, like, at the end of the day, like, he was a boy failure. Mm-hmm. But my other characters are all girl, slay girl, cunty, icon, diva.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like Maggie was, like, a girl failure, but, like, in, like, a fun way.
Yeah, she was a girl failure. Oh, God, I miss playing Maggie so much. Yeah.
I also miss Maggie.
And I miss Liar.
I know. I miss those too.
We need to bring back, like, the characters that brought us together.
Yeah. We need to, like, I need, like, a defibrillator, and I need to revive them.
Yeah.
Clear.
Yeah. No, we need to find some sort of one shot to do that with.
Yeah. Oh, wait, speaking of one shot, Andy did say, okay, so Andy, our DM, who I mention all the time, Andy.
We love you, Andy.
We love you, Andy. Oh, yes, we do. Andy is moving, and the computer that they've been using to, like, run our sessions, because their own computer, like, went kapoots. They've been using their roommate's computer, and so now they're, like, moving, and they can't use the roommate's computer anymore. So Andy was like, I don't know if we're going to be able to play for a little bit. And so I DM'd Andy. I was like, do you want me to run a one shot so that, like, you can play with us? And Andy was like, oh my god, yeah. So I don't know what I'm gonna do.
That's so fun. Oh my god,
I'm really excited. Yeah,
I'm so excited.
Yeah, because it was after we played the villain game, and I was like, because I don't know, I, like, get, like, really self-conscious about DMing, and so, but then we played, like, that one shot, and I was like, oh, actually, I was like, maybe I can do something.
No, you literally are such a good DM, dude.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Anytime.
And you're such a good player.
Oh, thank you. Cindy just punched me in the face.
I can't hug you through the screen, so
you'll punch me.
Yeah, so I just have to punch you.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'll do. I don't know if I talked about with you before. I wanted to do, like, a Never Stop Blowing Up game, but it was like, you know, in the Spy Kids movies, how it's always the or like kid genius movies, and it's like, oh, like, the parents, like, are none the wiser to what's going on. So I'm like, I wanted a Never Stop Blowing Up game where it was like the guardians / parents of a bunch of kids who are, like, secret agents in, like, a Spy Kids sort of organization, but they have no idea that their kids are, like, their foster kids or their grandchildren or, like, brothers and sisters or spies. And so but then something happens to the kids, and then all these, like, normie parents are like, oh shit, we gotta, like, go rescue our children. So
obsessed.
That, or I've been reading and consuming a lot of horror media. Maybe I'll I don't know, maybe not something like spooky, but like a Stranger Things sort of thing.
I really like, obviously we're
Cock
like
and balls.
online. What? Cock and balls? Yeah,
Cock and balls,
obviously.
you know.
Online we can't play Dread because it's
There's
Jenga.
Jenga.
But Dread is a horror system.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like there could be other horror systems that are like, what about, okay, because I know this is like a totally different thing. I've just been seeing Cthulhu like everywhere lately, and it's making me really want to play Call of Cthulhu because I think there's a like part to it that is like rolling for sanity throughout the game.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. I played like one game of Call of Cthulhu once.
Wait, have we talked about this? Maybe I've brought this up beforehand.
I played it like years
familiar,
ago.
maybe.
I don't know. I was living in
Damn.
Vegas. This is
Okay.
when I played Call of Cthulhu. That was like when I played that private investigator who was like really anxious, and so then he had like a puppet that looked like Sherlock Holmes, and he would talk through him.
Love.
So that was my Call of Cthulhu character. I don't know. Maybe I'll look at the
Fire.
system again.
Yeah, I don't know how
just thinking that
simple
for, like,
it is, but
I need simple because I can't.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I will not run 5e because that is too many rules.
honestly,
No.
my thing with running 5e is I'm like, at the end of the day, what's so important is me and my players are having fun. So like, I'm not the type to be a rules lawyer, and I don't really like want to play with a rules lawyer because I'm gonna play in a way that makes it fun for me and my friends. And if for me and my friends we need to go way more by rule of cool, my friends aren't reading the player's handbook, and I would rather play with them.
I'm not even reading.
No, I
general.
can't even read. So
I don't know how I got
blame
here.
them.
How
Where
did I take
am I?
this description?
But I'm like, yeah, it's more important to me that we're playing and having fun than playing correctly. So that's why I'm like, I'm not a rules lawyer.
Yeah,
Because, yeah. But you also run Kids on Bikes so well.
Yeah, I would probably do Kids on Bikes. I caught your stream again recently because I've been watching a minute, and I was like, oh, I was gonna miss Max. This was funny.
We've been having a lot of fun. And I'm also posting the VODs on my YouTube channel, so we can link them down below or something. But yeah,
I'll link them in my crotch.
Perfect.
Spread my ass cheeks in order to retrieve the the Biddle link. Is it Biddle? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Biddle?
It's like Bitly. The Bitly.
Oh, I was like, what is Biddle? Hello, what does that mean?
The Biddle link.
Biddle link. No, like Bitly. Okay, copy.
The Bitly link, yeah. Bitly link found in my gooch. And with that, we'll see you guys next time.